Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on three interesting stories, starting with Jordi Alba, as it has been reported that Jordi Alba has finally accepted a wage cut. Of course, after Gerard Piqué did his own last week, Jordi Alba has followed suit, and of course, it has been reported that it is a 25% wage cut, and of course, his payments have been deferred until 2024. So we're going to be discussing much more on that story as we move ahead. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about this recent transfer link of this midfielder who plays for Tottenham Hotspur, Tanguy Ndombele. Of course, that Barcelona are set to battle Real Madrid, who are also linked with him. Of course, we know Koeman have been stressing for a need for a midfielder, but when we face the reality of the club financially, we know that it's impossible as it stands, and it's very impossible to even see a new player arriving at the Camp Nou, considering the fact that, financial wise, Barca are handicapped. So we're going to be discussing much more on this story as we move ahead. Then finally, we are going to be talking about Philippe Coutinho and his future, because guys, things are not still certain for that guy, to be honest, because this report from Mundo Deportivo have just revealed that Liverpool had once tried to resign Coutinho just this summer, but things didn't work out because they wanted to sign Coutinho on a reduced financial terms, reduced salary, but things didn't work out, and it has been reported that Coutinho is really fancying a return to Liverpool. But we've been hearing from maybe Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp in the past that Coutinho is the past, his history, and I don't think Coutinho coming to Liverpool makes a lot of sense again. But we don't know. We don't know still yet. But I want us to discuss on Coutinho's future at Barca because it's still very uncertain. So we're going to be looking in much details as we move ahead. So guys, as we get right into those stories, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do so you always stay up to date with the latest Barcelona news and many more. Barcelona left-back Jordi Alba has reportedly become the latest senior player to agree a wage cut with Barcelona in a bid to help the club during its current financial crisis. According to multiple reports, the defender's salary will be reduced by around 25%, and the 32-year-old has also agreed to defer part of his wages until 2024. Alba is the second Barcelona player to accept a reduction and follows Gerard Piqué's lead. Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto are expected to follow suit shortly. The fullback has already spoken out about his willingness to help the club out after reports emerged suggesting he wasn't too keen on taking a pay cut. When the club talks to me, I am willing. I'm from here, spending my whole life in Barcelona. That's why that commitment, when it's questioned, it hurts me a lot. Piqué's own was concluded first simply because of the timing, but the willingness of all the captains was always as it had to be. The lies annoy me, they tire me. I can put up with a lot, but I suffer for my family and the things they have to hear. Alba also made it clear he wants to spend the rest of his career at the Camp Nou. The defender will be 35 by the time his current deal expires in 2024. Then on to the next story of discussion. According to a report by Spanish outlet Fichajes, Tanguy Ndombele is the subject of interest from Barcelona and Real Madrid over a late move in the summer transfer window. The 24-year-old French international could be on his way out of Tottenham Hotspur before the end of this month. Ndombele joined Tottenham Hotspur from Lyon in the summer of 2019 and has since struggled to make a lot of progress in his career. So far in his stint with Spurs, he played under the tutelage of as many as 4 managers, having his fair share of troubles, with each of them thereby failing to justify the tag of being the North Londoners club record boy. To date, the 24-year-old has featured 75 times for Tottenham while chipping in with 8 goals and as many assists in the process. However, his inconsistent performances for Spurs have meant that he has lost his spot in the French national side. Having said that, the prospective suitors have not been deterred, with the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid hot on his trails. The interest on Barcelona is not too surprising, considering Miralem Pjanic had been deemed to be surplus to requirements at the Camp Nou and linked with AC Milan and Juventus, while Ajax Moriba is no longer in the first team picture as he continues his impasse with Blaugrana over the terms of a new deal. As a result, it is imperative that Barcelona signed a midfielder, to take the burden off Pedri, Sergio Busquets and Frankie de Jong, making Ndombele a viable target. However, with the Frenchman likely to be priced at a substantial figure by Tottenham Hotspur, Barcelona might not be able to afford him. Real Madrid, on the other hand, have an even more urgent need of a midfielder. Apart from Barcelona and Real Madrid, we have also been getting reports of Atletico Madrid interested in him, although a move for the 24-year-old is unlikely. So, for all intents and purposes, Real appear to be the likeliest candidates to launch the offensive for Ndombele, and it remains to be seen if they do sign him from Tottenham. But as for us guys, Barcelona, when we see our financial troubles, impossible, as I said, just a rumor. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona midfielder Philippe Coutinho would seemingly be all for a Liverpool return according to his agent, amid claims the Reds made an attempt to resign the Barcelona flop. Recent reports in Spanish publication Mundo Deportivo claim Liverpool tried to land the Brazilian playmaker at a cut price as Barcelona set about lowering their wage bill. Coutinho is yet to speak out, on the speculation, but his agent has previously discussed the possible return to Liverpool and made it clear the midfielder would consider it. So going by what his agent said, he said, "I think Liverpool lies very, very deeply in his heart. He was a big fan of them throughout the campaign last season, and of course he was wishing for them to win the title, and he was very strong affinity there. So I think it will be very difficult for him to go to a direct competitor of Liverpool from a personal standpoint." Jurgen Klopp has previously distanced himself from resigning Coutinho, and it seems unlikely his stance has changed. He previously said to the Brazilian and the possibility Liverpool could bring him back to Anfield on the Pure Football podcast. He said, I really respected Philippe Coutinho's switch from the first second. Not that I do that all the time, but it felt, oh wow, that could be difficult. So it's not about, yes, we signed a new contract so many weeks before that, but it was really clear he would not have asked me for any other club but for this club. There was no chance. Then we had to be hard in the summer because we had no other solution. We lost Adam Lallana to injury in that time as well. We would have lost 2 players. That's not possible. You cannot solve that on the transfer market. He was open, to that, staying, and that was really cool. Then you have to be fair in the window and say we can do it. We don't like it, but we can do it. When asked about a return, Klopp was not so keen, adding, "Phil was also our boy for a long time. We respect him a lot and wish him all the best. That's how football should be." That's the most important thing the club showed in that moment. So guys, with that we come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you're a Barcelona supporter, please endeavor to do so you always stay up to date with the latest Barcelona news and more here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.